Right, just wait to see if this starts up alright. YouTube, it says it's excellent. Is it going to start? Yes. Right, okay, good. So, I'll probably play a load more Windrose while chatting today. But what I am going to do is, start off with Ship Graveyard Simulator 3. So this is a playtest that came out today. But I played quite a lot of Ship Graveyard Simulator 2. So, I was interested in the playtest for this. Right, I really need to turn the sensitivity down. Yeah, 15% is too high. Let's put it to about 8%, because again, this isn't like an FPS where you need to be precision aiming. Alright, Miss Koana. I hope you're right. So yeah, I'm just going to be playing some games today. Like I said, this is a play test of a game, so I haven't even paid for this. This is like a beta sort of thing. Annoyingly with this, you can't save on the play test, so I did a bit before going out. And you have to start again, but again, it's just, like I said, just like essentially like going to be the game's tutorial as a play test. And it's not very well optimized, because I've had to turn most of the graphics to medium and use DLSS or whatever it's called to get the game to run at least over solid 30. So that's a problem. But again, it's Unreal Engine 5 for this one, so unsurprising it doesn't... yeah, not too bad, thanks. Obviously, I had all like my granddad's funeral and that recently, so still sorting a load of stuff out, you know, family-wise with that. But at least kind of that's over now, you know, the stress of all that. But otherwise, I'm fairly good. Hope you're alright, but yeah, like I said, my, not too much to complain about other than that. Sort of I've had a couple of stomach issues with my colitis recently, but nothing too bad. Hopefully, you know, again, because I've not got much on now for the next few days, I can just sort of take it easy regarding that. And again, that might have been stress that set that off of all the funeral type stuff, dealing with all that. But yeah, other than that, I just want to play some video games and chat with friends now for a bit, to be honest. Cheers, thank you very much. Again, he made it to a really good age. He got to 101, died the day after his 101st birthday. But, you know, obviously it's just, I've known him all my life and all that, and, you know, he was like a dad to me, you know, obviously my dad was as well, but so was he. So it was, you know, it's just one of those things. It's weird getting used to, you know, when somebody like that isn't around anymore in your life. But the funeral went really well, loads of people turned up for it. You know, and again, it's one of those weird times where sometimes you only see certain members of family at funerals and weddings, so nice to see them at least. But yeah, I've been going through his stuff. Like, if it's still on the desk, I did a video on it the other day. Yeah, there it is. I need to ultrasonic cleaner again, then start oiling it and sharpening it. But his old World War II pocket knife, oh, it's a bit rattly now, actually. It's probably because the ultrasonic cleaner got gunk out of it that was keeping the stuff out. Yeah, he got his birthday card from the King. We had that, yeah, we had that on his funeral thing. Hang on. I've kept one of these in the desk, specifically, I'll just go to this so I can see if I'm framing it alright. But yeah, see, so you've got a card there with him holding his card up there. Then that's one from a few years ago, because that was where he was, Tavistock was where he was born and that. And then we've got a picture of him from the Second World War in there as the actual, like, you know, when he was about 18 or 19. I think I was 45 that picture was taken when I looked at the back of it, so that'd been age 19. So yeah, but like I said, it's just one of those weird things getting used to that, because of alright Rajiv, like I said, it's just one of those weird things getting used to, that, you know, when somebody has been around all your life, and like I said, he got to a good age, which was really good, you know, and all that. And it was one of those things where, sadly, it was when I was on holiday that he passed, because otherwise I'd have probably visited him about 2 days before he did. Alright, Hope. So hello to everybody coming on. But yeah, but anyway, my parents were there anyway when he passed, although I think they said they weren't in the room at the time, but, you know, it was all very peaceful and that. But again, when you get to that age, you know, but at least he was still there mentally right to the end, because that's the thing. With my grandma, his wife, she had Alzheimer's, which is really, really horrible. And with him, it was like, you know, he was mentally still completely there. You know, he knew his time was up. He wanted to go. You know, made his peace with it. Alright, so this, yeah, like I said, with my grandma, that wasn't the case at all. But with him, Like I said, his mind was still sharp, even if his body was failing. Right, so this is Ship Graveyard Simulator 3. I haven't even bought it. You can wishlist it at the moment. I don't think you can even pre-order it. But I got on the play test for it simply because I played loads of hours of Ship Graveyard Simulator 2. So, we'll go on to Windrose and play a proper game in a bit, but I did think while the play test is fresh out today, I'd give my impressions on the play test on the video. Yeah, I have weird dreams sometimes about family members, Rajiv. Sometimes I have weird ones as well where I'm just back at school. Yeah, so I do have a sledgehammer grinder, like an angle grinder and a blowtorch. But so how these games work is like most of the crap you can just grab by hand. That's like the lightweight crap when you're stripping down the ships. And then you chuck... So the gameplay loop of this is again one of those games that's great while listening to podcasts or audiobooks. It's not one of those games I'd recommend for people that want a really intense game. And then you use your hammer to smash up the floor tiles, and I think in this one they've got a mechanic that if you aim at the bit that highlights, it does more damage or whatever. Because in the second one, you had to just like slam around every little bit of the panel. Oh no, I haven't streamed this one before. I streamed Ship Graveyard 2 before. But this, like I said, this is the playtest for one that's not out yet. And again, the physics and mechanics seem a lot better, but I will complain about, like I said, it's Unreal Engine fucking 5. So I'm getting 35 FPS with the game on medium and DLSS and all that stuff bringing the graphics up. So yeah, Unreal Engine 5 is awful. At least for... I can understand why this has loads of physics props and stuff like that are going to affect the frame rate. I do get that, but the second one ran pretty much flawlessly. I think some of the really big ships have caused crashes now and again during dismantling, but yeah, exactly. Again, I like the old Unreal engines. It's just 5. There is so many games that are on Unreal 5 that are just badly optimized. Alright, yeah, that reminds me I need to, later on today, put some more moisturiser on my face or whatever. Because I actually had quite good skin for a while ago, like a couple of weeks ago, and it's gone again now because I didn't do moisturiser every day. You can get explosive charges in the first and second game. So I imagine in the full game there'll be explosives again. In the second one, explosives are basically... You pay a load of money for them, but they make dismantling the ship a hell of a lot faster. What was that weird noise? Oh, it's saving, okay. Even though, like I said, the saving's pointless on this, because I don't think you can load a save on the thing. Yeah, like I said, it's getting a bit more red and eczema-y again, but yeah, it was just simply a case of me, putting on moisturiser basically every night before I went to bed and not forgetting to do it. 32. I think 32. Born in 93, so yeah, 32. Because I'd be 33 in October. 59, no. But yeah, but like I said, because I have eczema, that's the main issue with like skin stuff, is sometimes I can really get that come up and get really like red and dry skin without any warning. When I was young, like I said, the weird thing with eczema is like there's been times when I was younger it was really bad, then times where it was like fine for like a year. Yeah, and again, the funny thing, speaking about that though, I think now I'm not doing my current job, there's like the old job I was doing, there's less stress, which means I don't end up getting shittier looking skin due to stress as much. And also in the old job I was in, the fumes would, that looks like, US, like, Digicam, or like the, Ukrainian, like, Marpat type one. MM14. Alright, Kevin. Peace treaty signed. World leaders celebrate. Wonder what peace treaty that is then. But yeah, we'll go on to Windrose in a bit. But like I said, while the play test has just come out for this, and again, I don't know how long the play test is open for because I've had some games before. I got on a play test, and then you know by the time I went to play it, the play test had closed. So with this, I thought I'll actually. Yeah, today I'm mostly trying to eat, just because of people suggesting it in the stream yesterday. I'm mostly eating just meat today. The reason being is I want to see if my stomach is better with me just eating fucking meat than it is trying to eat stuff with gluten in or whatever. So I'll probably have either beef or some sort of chicken thing when I finish streaming. Oh yeah, I good luck with that. I don't like going to the dentist at all. I haven't been in years. So there's your English stereotype. Is that Shrek? There's Shrek with a moustache on this thing. Well, the weird thing for me is sometimes I can eat loads of bread type things with gluten and it's never an issue, but sometimes I know bread can set my stomach off really easily. So sometimes I think it's just a quantity of certain things in a certain time period. And like I said, I've definitely found that foods with loads of shitty like preservatives in and stuff like that cause me stomach issues. But yeah, speaking about the dentist, it was because I used to go like every year, like every 6 months to a year, depending on what my dentist said to come back with. You know, at one point. Then COVID happened and they didn't want to see you. And then when COVID ended, I think they expected you to book an appointment in like a set amount of time, or else you'd be struck off the register. Because basically in the UK, if you're having it done with the NHS dentistry, it's basically where it's kind of like an insurance scheme where you have to keep paying to go and see a dentist every, you know, however many months. Otherwise, you know, you have to go private. And because, like I said, the COVID stuff basically ruined that, and I thought I can't really be asked to go to the dentist because I've not had any dental problems since I had braces as a teenager, not had to have any teeth out. You know, my wisdom teeth are a bit painful now and then, but that's it. You know, I don't have any fillings or anything. I essentially thought, fuck it, you know, it's not a very good insurance policy for me because, you know, I never have any dental issues. I think it's more sugar than fried foods that are the issue, to be honest, Rajiv, at least for that. Oh, I need the blowtorch for that. Yeah, again, good luck with that, Kevin, because like I said, that's kind of a similar thing in the UK, Kevin, where with the UK, I think if you go private, because my mum goes private now for dentistry, you get a really, really good service normally, but obviously, you know, that's a thing. But in terms of NHS stuff, that's when it's really hit and miss. So yeah, again, I'm sort of the opinion that if I do have proper teeth things, I'd rather just pay a load of money and get somebody who's really good to do it, rather than that's not good to know. Yeah, sorry to hear that. But like I said, teeth is one of the few things I think I've not had issues with. Like I said, short-sighted, got ulcerative colitis, asthma, eczema, you know, all that sort of stuff. Autism, whatever else. But yeah, for whatever reason, my teeth, I'm one of the few people in my family that has never had teeth issues. Because like I said, my parents have loads of fillings and like implants and whatever else. Yeah, but still, like I'm saying, by my age, my parents had issues. My granddad had all his teeth out at quite a young age, I think. Yeah, come back again, I thought, yeah. But like I said, the funny thing with my granddad was he had the thing of, because dentistry was expensive, when he was having teething issues, like, he said, pull everything out, then I'll have dentures. Yeah, that sounds good. Like I said, I don't like the dentist at all. It's one of those... For me, though, it was less... so I didn't find the dentist scary so much. It was that I kind of felt like I was one... Like, you know, it was like you were going to see a teacher that was whinging at you. Because even though my dentist was very good, he'd constantly do the thing of, like... And even though he'd never find any proper problems with my teeth, you know, other than doing a bit of, like, hygienist sort of clean-up stuff... He'd constantly go, oh, you're not brushing well enough. He's not Arnie, by the way. I think he was was he Danish? I think, but yeah. But he'd do the thing of, you're not brushing well enough. Do you want to lose your teeth? Oh no. But then he'd be like, oh, you are fine. See you in 6 months. Yeah, again, I don't know how all that works over there, Kev, but like I said, it's dentists are things like one of my least favourite forms of doctors. But yeah, the most painful thing I had to have done dentistry-wise is when I had braces, they had to pull out a couple of my milk teeth that didn't come out properly. And that was where the sedative is really painful, because they get you like a giant turkey-based needle to fucking inject you in 2 places in your mouth. I wish they still did laughing gas, but they don't. Or Novocaine, but they don't. And then I could still feel all the noises of it. It was crunching as he was going with the pliers. He was going, this one's a bastard, he's not coming out. Alright, yeah. Didn't understand British humour, yeah. Right, so there was yeah, it was just a local anaesthetic. Yeah, just local anaesthetic. So, I felt all the fucking pressure of getting this turkey baster injection in both sides, and then I could feel all the crunching, and then obviously a couple of hours later it was really fucking painful when the pain came back. Because at least sometimes when you have some sort of things like that, they give you quite strong painkillers to take for a couple of days. I didn't get any of that. You know, it was take a paracetamol if it hurts where we've ripped your teeth out. Like I said, they were just the last of my milk teeth, and after that, after I had a brace, and that was painful. I didn't like the orthodontist at all. I thought he was a bit of a prick. But once all the dentistry stuff like that was done, and I had a proper, not, vandalised graveyard set of adult teeth, I've never had any issues. Well, when your phobia is what they might be doing to you when they put you under. Although, speaking of that, yeah, exactly. Speaking of that reminds me though is, I think it might have been one of the first films he's in the original Little Shop of Horrors, Jack Nicholson in that is like some sadist or sadomasochist that loves going to the dentist to be like tortured. That's one of like Jack's first roles. Oh, that's good. Like I said, wisdom teeth are the only ones that potentially might cause me a problem at the moment, assuming that, I don't get punched in the face and my teeth will go flying out. But, yeah, I preferred the sequel that's the musical, Rajiv, but the old, whoever it was that did it, is it Roger Corman, the original? You can in the proper first one and second one. Hype, but I assume you will in this, but obviously because this is like a play test of a tutorial level, you've just kind of got a set up graded amount of stuff. Steve Martin's in the sequel, yeah. I am your dentist. And I like how in that it's like if you're a sadistic evil bastard, you go to become a dentist. That's what you're on a train as. Shooting puppies with a BB gun. Cause I am your dentist. Yep. Well, they're both films, so there's two. So the second, the remake is the musical. The original Little Shop of Horrors is a black and white. I think it's a Roger Corman film. The musical in colour is much better. But I still like the Roger Corman one. Like I said, I think it's one of Jack Nicholson's first ever film roles. Yeah, Raju. So, there's two versions. Yeah, watch the black and white original. I think it's even a public domain film that you can find for free in places. Yeah. I'll have to rewatch the musical one, though, because I haven't seen that in years, and there's probably, like, a really good Blu-ray or whatever of it now. Oh, there's an emergency stop button. Oh, well. I'm going to have to look up in a bit and see if it was Roger Corman that did the original, but I'm pretty certain it was Roger Corman. Because a lot of Nicholson's early films are Roger Corman films. I do like in this one, the physics are wherever you break the object. Whereas in Ship Simulator 2, for example, everything is like purely a physics block. So, you know, it still has the problem from 2 where stuff levitates sometimes when you cut away the bottom layer. Yeah, again, most people I know that have gone private say private is really good. But again, I kind of like the UK system where you've got the option between private and, you know, NHS for most people. So, you know, through taxation you get good to bad NHS service depending on what it is. For, you know, for if you want to pay, you can sometimes get really, really good private stuff. Because speaking of that, I think there was an issue as well where my cousin had a really nasty back injury for years. I don't know, because some of them are like on annoying like monthly payment things, and I don't know how easy it is to cancel them, Kevin. I will look into it, but like I said, what I'm tempted to do is, like I said, email the Royal Artillery Museum or whatever it is, and ask them if they can shed any light on you know, the thing that his thing says light anti-aircraft, but he clearly wasn't in that thing where he got his medals from and obviously where he served. Because, like I said, the 2 LAA or whatever it was 22 light anti-aircraft was North Africa, Sicily and Italy. Whereas he was Normandy, you know, all of France, Netherlands, you know, the typical sort of, as you think of the Western Front with the US and Britain in World War II. Yeah, Germany's meant to be very good, isn't it? I know my uncle, when he... I'll go back to what I was saying about my cousin in a bit. But my uncle got ill when he was in Germany. And, you know, obviously they had the, like, travel health insurance. And he got diagnosed with stuff when he was in the hospital in Germany that they didn't ever find on the NHS. And he got, therefore, much better treatment while he was in Germany. And then got, like, you know, recommendations for when he goes back what to see the doctors about. Because of, like, pneumonia kind of issues. And then he was, you know, was able to massively have an improvement in healthcare because the German doctors were just so much better that he saw over there going like, oh, I think you have the pneumonia. Your lungs, they are not good. Not good. Cheers, yeah, at the moment though, Kevin, for that, yeah, I was wondering if you were on about health insurance then, but yeah, no. Yeah, but I said, it's one of those things I will do, but like I said, I'm tempted first just to ask the museum type people about it, if they have any clue about transfers. But what I can also do is, because he's deceased now, as a family member, you can request all their records from the government, but that can take a year to get to you. But, you know, the government will give you every single bit of their info they've still got on file. Because that's designed that, you know, you can't do it while they're alive, because it's considered, like, private to that individual. But once that person's died, family members are able to say, oh, can I have a copy of their service record? But like I said, we've got the discharge book and everything there, but it's all 22 LAA on all the things, even though, like I said, that doesn't make sense from what I read about that regiment. But yeah, so what I was saying with my cousin was, yeah, my cousin had loads of, like, back or spine issues that was, like, stopping him working properly and all that. And that was one where my granddad just gave him a load of money and said, go private. That, you know, because that was one of the things he was saying, you know, as you were getting older with money, he goes, what good's your money if you can't give it to your grandkids for medical stuff or whatever. So I think my cousin finally got his back sorted because he was able to get, you know, like, really good physiotherapy or whatever done privately. Because my granddad just threw money at him and said, go have your surgery or whatever. But yeah, like I said, I am interested in that side of my granddad. But again, like I said, I'll see about, yeah, I might as well put in the free request with the government at some point as well, just to get, you know, if anything can be released that way, I'll do it that way. And then, yeah, I might see if I can use one of the sites, maybe like Ancestry, that you can do other stuff on as well. Because if I am ending up on one of those pay-per-month ones, I might as well see if I can dig up other relatives while I'm on there. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I know people often go to Turkey, don't they, for hair transplants. which again is a thing I would never consider. Like, when I start properly balding, I'm just going to keep buzz cutting my hair. I don't particularly care about having hair, but I know some guys get really insecure about losing hair. And again, I think it depends on your face shape as well, because I do know people that literally would look like a boiled egg if they, you know, went bald. Yeah, and this is the thing, isn't it, that, like, that's why I generally think socialised healthcare is a good thing, because, yeah, again, with all this stuff, but again, this is why I come back to a lot of socialised stuff, is if you create a thing where lots of people essentially fall off the bottom rung of society and can't get any medical stuff, you know, any good job security, housing security, it doesn't lead to a well, you know, functioning, cohesive society. Oh, it's that hair transplant, HT, yeah. Like I said, I'm starting to bald a bit there, but, like, for me personally, it doesn't bother me. But saying that, my granddad never went bald on my mum's side. My dad is quite thin at the top now, but he's not bald either. So I don't think... Because, like, I've got a mate that literally had, like, a monk-style haircut within, you know, in his 20s. He almost completely balded in his 20s. So, you know, for some people it really fucks them over. And I know people have had alopecia as well, you know, where they just literally lose all their hair, eyebrows, you know, whatever. Like I said, hair loss is one of the ones I'm not really that fussed about. Again, when I was at school and that, well, I still have that problem a bit. The problem I used to have is just getting too good a cut, you know, set of hair. But, you know, I'd have to constantly go to have my hair cut, and it would, like I said, with gas masks, it jams in the straps. So, so how much of a ship is there to dismantle on this? I'm kind of wondering with this, if I can cause everything to horribly timber down by cutting really low down, like you can in Ship Simulator 2. Yeah, exactly. I guess you got your dad's then. Like I said, it's like the annoying thing with health stuff for me. On my granddad's side, like the one that passed away a couple of months ago, with him, barely any medical issues other than, you know, Luke going deaf and blind when he was old. But again, part of the reason he went deaf was because obviously he was in World War II, no ear protection back then, and then worked in a factory without ear protection for the rest of his life. So, it's not surprising he went deaf. I don't think that was a genetic thing with him. I think that was just, like, you know, ear trauma. But, yeah, so, other than that, my granddad was really healthy, and most of the people on my mum's side were. But, and, of course, my granddad, in the end, was, like, 6'2", 6'3". But, of course, I didn't get those genes, did I? I got the ones of my dad's side where everybody has, like, various genetic illnesses and are short. So, yeah, again, there was a funny thing like that, Kevin, where my mum said to me not too long ago, oh, your granddad didn't have that much of a bad time in World War II. And I said, no, it's just because he never talked to you about it, but he did talk to me about some of the shit he saw. And that was the thing, he didn't want to, you know, tell his kids about some of the stuff they saw. But he did tell me about it, you know. So again, it's one of those things where, yeah, quite often they didn't like talking about it. But I think with me, my granddad knew I was interested in a lot of the history of it, so thought I'd be more interested in hearing some of the stuff that happened. A lot of his stuff seems to be very much survivor's guilt when he talked about stuff. You know, like where you might be near people that get hit by a shell and you don't. And then you think, why did they deserve to die and not me? That was like a lot of the stuff he sort of talked about, really, when he talked about the stuff he saw. Again, he had some fun stories as well about, you know, like where they were looting, like I think I've told this one a load of times, where they were looting, the military police came up to them and said, oi, where the fuck do you get that? And pointed at their wheelbarrow, and they thought they were fucked. And then they pointed at the department store they'd been looting, and the military police ran off to join in the looting as well. Oh, glad he put up such a good fight, but yeah, like I said, it's like a complete mixed thing. It's like I said, various people in my family, some of them have been really lucky with their health, others haven't been. And again, it doesn't seem to reflect a lot of the time the type of lifestyle they lived. Because again, luckily he survived it, but there was a guy I went to school with who got leukemia when he was like in his early 20s or something. And luckily, he completely pulled through. Has been all clear for years. Now he does fundraising for like the cancer ward he was treated on. But yeah, it's just and he was like, you know, a personal fitness trainer. He barely drank, didn't smoke, and he got leukemia. And then, you know, I know other people that drink and smoke non-stop and are absolutely fine medically. Or maybe not fine medically, but you know what I mean. It's that sort of weird thing like that. Is this going to cut this bit? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so your blowtorch overheats. So that's that little gauge on the actual blowtorch itself, which is the blowtorch's overheat. Right, that makes sense now, because I was wondering before now and again why it randomly stopped while I was blowtorching stuff. Right, like I said, I was going to see if I can knock out... let's see if we can cause this to collapse by just knocking all this out. So... I'll take the stuff from the truck to the, like, warehouse in a minute, the sorting place, or whatever it is. And then we'll play Windrose in a minute and play an actual game with gameplay. I mean, it sort of has gameplay, but you know what I mean. This is more like a tech demo at the moment. Oh, let's knock that bit off first, actually, and see if it... Because I'm interested if they've done like a proper structural strain thing. Again, it's nearly all genetics and luck, isn't it, with all this sort of stuff? But yeah, I'm hoping that this one, compared to 2, gets a better, like, structural strain type thing. So, you know, like, if you cut away at, you know, half a thing, you know, the ship eventually kind of collapses on the side that you're cutting away at. Who was 122 smoked until she was 117. Yeah, and again, my granddad used to smoke. I can't remember what year he quit. I think it was before I was born. But again, with him, it wasn't, oh, I want to be healthy. It was cigarettes have got too expensive. Apparently, though, a thing my granddad did, because somebody was saying this at the funeral, my mum said he kept to this all through his life. He had a garlic tablet every day, and apparently that helps you quit smoking. And apparently up until, you know, he died, he was still taking garlic tablets. Maybe I'll try taking garlic tablets. I like garlic as a food, so maybe I'll get a garlic supplement and see how they work. Again, I'm not smoking anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like I said, now and again I'll share a vape with somebody or whatever. And I've got some nicotine, like lozenges there, and nicotine gum. But again, I don't take those daily. I just take them when I feel like taking them. Yeah, I mean, I imagine the garlic supplements probably aren't as smelly, because I never remember my granddad stinking of garlic. You know, he never smelt like a Frenchman, so, But regarding your stomach, though, garlic is very good for the stomach in regards of it kills parasites like onions. So if you're in a country where there's like lots of risks of parasites in the food and water, garlic is really good at killing parasites before they develop, like, you know, into a decent size and then start causing you issues. There's actually some really cool videos where people get horrible parasites, put them on like a microscope slide, and then put a tiny bit of garlic or whatever on there, and they start shriveling up. It's great. Again, that's one of the reasons in some countries, like, there's quite spicy food diets. There's a lot of those foods that are also, as well as, like, you know, if you can't keep food fresh and you want to hide the fact it's going off, a lot of spicy things are quite good at killing parasites and that in food. Yeah, I genuinely really like garlic. My dad hates garlic and he eats nearly everything. But yeah, garlic's one of those things where if I've got some garlic sauce or whatever, he's like, no, I don't want that anywhere near my stuff. I'm pretty certain after payday I'm going to get a Domino's, because I've not had a Domino's in like 3 or 4 months. I'm hoping this time, though, they don't fuck my order up, because last time I had a Domino's, they got a couple of the toppings wrong, and it really annoyed me. It wasn't anything I couldn't eat, but I specifically chose toppings that I like, and then it was like, oh, we've replaced them with something else, or whatever, so fuck's sake. Right, so in theory, if I cut this bit away here, and then we cut away on the other side, again, I reckon the physics in this, even if it does all fall, aren't going to be spectacular. Let's see, so if I now do a cut there as well. Just do a cut there. Oh, okay, interesting. But yeah, I imagine if he was in the Pacific, like you were saying, Marines and in the Pacific, they saw some pretty horrible stuff, didn't they? Again, like, the Japanese were like the ones you really didn't want to be fighting against in World War II, because they made the Germans look like nice people. Okay, cool, the stuff does fall down. Although that's... oh no, that's not actually levitating, is it? Because this is here. Right, let's see if that bit falls down there. Now, let's do this one. Yeah, because so last time I ordered a Domino's, basically, they phoned me first to say one of the toppings I chose they had run out of, so they'd give me a complimentary drink, but what I wish they'd have done is said, do you want a different topping instead? But, so they gave me a free Fanta or whatever it was, like a bottle of Fanta, but the problem was I, then had a pizza which was really bland, because the topping that was the main topping for it wasn't on there, and they didn't say, oh, do you want something else? And then I'm sure on the same order as well, I chose a big garlic dip as one of the sides, but they gave me 2 of the garlic breads. That's the only time, by the way, I've ever had them screw up an order. And I also think, when I had one of the... I like the cheeseburger-y burger, but I normally do my own version with different toppings that are good for my stomach. But I do like the burger sauce on it. And I think they'd not put anywhere near enough burger sauce on it. They'd not done any at all. I can imagine stuff like that, yeah, you either get very attached to it or it has the opposite effect, where you're like, no, I don't want to eat that shit ever again. Right, let's just cut all of these and just see what happens to the ship. Oh, hello. Yeah, so the physics in this one do look like they are a bit better than in number 2. Because one of the problems you have in number 2 a lot is where you constantly get floating platforms where sometimes stuff doesn't fall down correctly. Or you get the problem where, you can have, like, hundreds and hundreds of kilos or tons of weight all on one little beam, and it doesn't... not Scrap Thief, it's Ship... right, so this is just a playtest. This actual game isn't out. It's Ship Graveyard Simulator 3. You could apply on Steam to be part of the playtest, and because I put a load of hours into 2, I guess they said, oh yeah, you bought our previous game and played a load of it, you can be in a playtest. So, yeah, I thought I'd just check this out, because this is like the first day it's available on a playtest. See, that's floating there, look. That's been cut away, but it's still floating for whatever reason. Oh, I think this is slightly glitched out, this bit. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, now it falls. Right, let's just load up the truck with shit, and then we'll see about sorting it. Because I think, yeah, the tutorial's now telling me to go and take all this shit to the... truck, isn't it? So I can hold up to 2 tons on me at the moment. In Ship 1, you couldn't do anywhere near as much as that to begin with, but you could get to like 5, or might be even more weight than that later on. Also, some of the upgrades in the second one were where you could like grab more bits, so you could just kind of hoover stuff up as you ran along. Right, let's dump that. Oh yeah, we can actually fill up the truck in this one. Okay, so yeah, in the second one your truck has infinite storage. Right, so we've got... what's a triller? Oh, that's a trailer, not a triller, isn't it? Right, we definitely want that attached. Right. I hope I can't flip this. Big articulated lorry. Look at that. Right, okay. So, in theory, because in the second game you take it to like a scrap sorting warehouse, so I assume this is a similar thing, where drive to the warehouse. Right, and it's saved. Right, so even though I'm not in the line, it says I'm in the line. Okay. Right, so we use the computer. Yeah, that'd be good. Can you, like, maybe put them in some sort of wrap? Like, not a vacuum wrap, but that kind of thing that stops, you know, moisture getting in. How do I move all, then? Because I want to move all. I don't want to move these all manually. Can I shift-click or something? No. Is there a way of just really quickly emptying this? I don't want to have to drag and drop or whatever everything. Because in the first game, like I said, it was just like an auto sort mechanic. Collect more materials from ships. So I have to get 20 tons to the warehouse for the tutorial. But again, the move all doesn't work. What sort of nonsense is this? I want to just move all. Again, when I click move all, it just keeps selecting that towel for some reason. No, I want to move everything. Surely there's a mechanic for doing that. Damn, can't even quick press enter. So when they ask me for feedback later on for this, I'll be like, you need a better move all system to dump everything into the warehouse. This isn't a fun mechanic doing just this. Why can't I move that? Oh, there we go. Let's try doing move all when... No, it still doesn't work. I was going to say when you're in a little thing. Let's see if people are complaining about this in the Steam discussions for it. I don't know why this is always really badly optimised either, Steam discussions, but has anybody said out move all yet? Move all button is not working for me. I get somebody else saying about that. After the update that came through about 10:50 AM EST, so that's Eastern Standard Time, isn't it? So US, what's that, 7 hours or so behind us? So that would probably be a very recent update. I can no longer move all truck from the warehouse button, does nothing. Yeah, there probably would be a wax you could apply to them, because again, some of the old World War II stuff I've got that's still in really good condition is like waxed materials. Oh, it's 5 hours. But what about we're in summer saving time though, aren't we, at the moment? So does that make it 6 hours behind? I'm just going to put can't seem to move all from the truck to the warehouse. Subscribe to discussions so I can get other people notifying me about that. But again, we'll quit this in a minute anyway. Like I said, this is just a play test. Like I said, I'm more interested in playing Windrose, but because I wanted to actually play this while I had access to the playtest. Oh, so they've moved to daylight saving thing as well. Okay. Right, so yeah, overall, I like the scrapping mechanics in this. I want the game to be better optimised. Can I leave feedback? If I'm not going to fill out a big form like that. But yeah, I'll have a proper look at that some other time. But like I said, I'm hoping they get that working well, because like I said, I do like Ship Graveyard 2 a lot. It's one of those really good games for just killing time if you're listening to a podcast, mindlessly smashing a ship up with a hammer. So we want Windrose, right? I'm not too far away from getting a ship now, because we've repaired that, what's it ship? The scrap ship. And then, I just have to rescue some more crew members. So, but yeah, like I was saying, I need to also, I think tomorrow I've got a load of free time with nobody else around the house. So I've got some better detergent now, so I'm going to put that in the ultrasonic cleaner and give this another couple of blasts. Then I'm going to need to probably take a toothbrush to this, I imagine, to get, yeah, isn't it tweakers that have the amazing ability to apparently dismantle live electric circuit breakers without frying themselves? Alright, so yeah, it's between 4 and 5 hours, I get you. I've also got coming, hopefully tomorrow, a spare guide rod and recoil spring for the airsoft high power, because annoyingly, I can't remember if I said the other day, I managed to ping out, when I was playing about with it, like stripping it and putting it back together, I managed to ping out the spring and the guide rod, and I can't find where the guide rod's gone. So I've got a brand new spring coming for it and a new guide rod. I've also got some actual high-power wooden grips coming that I hope are the airsoft ones close enough to that I can get them to fit. Apparently they also fit on Denix replicas, so hopefully they fit on the WE replica. But, yeah, because these, although they're quite a good fake wood, they are just plastic on this high-power. So, because I was able for, like, less than £10 get the grips from a real, like, you know, cannibalised high-power, I was like, yeah, I want those. And they probably do it very quickly as well if they're on meth. Right, okay, so... it's just a little bit laggy now, it's first starting up. I found a rapier now, so I want to start upgrading the rapier because, although I haven't decided if I really like the rapier yet. Again, I won't use that rapier because in the demo I had an actual bleedy rapier and that one isn't. Okay, I'll just use my upgraded thing for now. So my objective and where I last died is up there. Out my way. That's I need to eat food, don't I? Because whenever you start from like a save, you're always hungry. So there we go. I'll press that auto sort thing. There we go. Have I still got the rapier out? Ah, I have. Right, that explains why I was thrusting a lot, not slashing when I thought I should be slashing. Yeah. You cold steel rapier, you can make the endangered dodo go extinct. I might steal some clay while I'm here, because clay is just not loads of going on the other island. I definitely need to upgrade my stamina when I next level up, because like I said, it is quite annoying when you have to keep stopping for a breather every time you're chopping a resource. So, yeah, stamina is actually probably pretty damn useful in this. Because you end up, most of the other skills are more combat related, but stamina kind of is something you're using in this game non-stop regardless. Yeah, right, I am full health now. Right, cool. Yeah, that's more like the attack pattern. Oh, they've respawned the pirates here, okay. Do I have any ammo left for this? No, shit. No bullets or gunpowder. I've got 21 gunpowder, but I don't have any bullets, okay. Well, technically they wouldn't even need bullets, so I assume just be musket balls. Right. Alright then, bastard. Let's see how, see if you're hard enough. Come on then.
Fire at will.
Oh, shit. Got a gun. Oh, fuck. Oh well. I've seen it years ago, I need to rewatch it, but yeah, that's Ridley Scott, isn't it, the duelist? But yeah, I do remember that there's some really good, like, sword fighting in that. Oh, I need to eat again, don't I? Let's loot this container, get my shit back, there we go. Now let's see if we can get these guys. Hopefully I can get that guy before the other one comes over. Yeah, there we go.
One clean shot.
Right. More gunpowder. I always want gunpowder, that's great. I've already cleared this camp out of the prisoners, so I don't think there's going to be much to find here, but yeah, obviously the gunpowder respawned. Did they drop any bullets of any sort? No, just gunpowder. Okay, so I'm still in the position where I've not got any ammo. I could make more ammo at the thing, what do you call it? The forge, but that's on the other island. Right, let's use this, set this camp as my current camp as well, because it's closer to where I'm going if I die again. Oh, and there's some driftwood on here, let's get that. Because I get nails from driftwood. Do sort as well. Right, so we're going over here, aren't we? Right, so is it in the interior or around the coast on that side? I'm not sure. I'll follow the coast around for now. I want my nails. Give me nails. Again, like I said, if you get these scrap nails from here, you don't have to waste brass on them. You can use the brass for your weapons upgrades and making quite good stuff. Right, what's that? Again, this is quite pretty. Again, games like this I don't think have to graphically look amazing, in the sense that you can just have alright lighting, you don't need stupidly high-res textures or whatever. And again, all these games like this that end up looking quite good tend to have not a super realistic art style, because obviously the people in this aren't obviously meant to look stupidly like realistic, they're more stylized. But again, stylized art directions tend to age better and work better on lower end machines as well. Well, I am tempted again. Let me just have a quick look what game engine this runs on. I think we might have looked last time I streamed it, like not yesterday, but when it was a demo. So I have a weird feeling this might be an optimized Unreal game. Windrose game engine. Unreal 5. So yeah, this is Unreal 5, but the developers have actually done a really good job in optimizing it. Now, I'm not actually getting constant 60 FPS, but I have got some other things open in the background on Windows and streaming. Right, this, I think it's just called something like Russell. I'll take it off for you so you can have a look, because people keep asking me about this jacket, and it's not like even a military one. It's simply, we can find out in a minute, actually, if the brand still exists. I'll have a look for you on this stream. So it's Russell, RussellEurope.com, it says. So let's have a quick look. It's very, very out of left field for this stream now. But let's have a look. So, Russell Europe clothing. Russell Workwear, that sounds about right. So, again, I don't know if they still have their own site, but Russell jackets. You know, the site's a bit shittily optimised. Let's use one of the other ones. Russell Workwear, Pronto Direct. Let's see if the display is any good. But I have a feeling it was just, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just some sort of like, you know, slim. Oh, Bloodwest is great. I've got Bloodwest. I never finished it, but yeah, that's like sort of an immersive sim sort of horror western, isn't it? Where it's the guy that's from Thief that does the voice of the main character. Do they still have a website? Russell Europe, yeah, they do it, and this is the right thing. I'll bookmark this one, because this is, like I said, this is the same logo as in my coat. And there's Fruit of the Loom there, look, with the fucking logo that Mandela Effect always used to have the little basket on. And I'm not going to be told otherwise. Products. I assume it'll be jackets, for what I was wearing, if they still do this thing. Now it's soft shell, so I don't think it's technically that, because this is more like a cottony type material. If this has a label, I can tell you what it's actually made out of. Oh, it does have a number on it. It's an 003M jacket. 35% cotton, 65% polyester. Do they still make this jacket, though? Or is it going to be a sadly discontinued thing because it was cool? So let me just search 003M. Go back to Google. Do they still make it? I bet you, because people actually like this, and even though the company's still around, I bet you this is like one of those jackets that's not made anymore. Nah, that's a bit different. It's not quite that one. Yeah, and this has gone a very strange direction for this stream now, hasn't it? But talking about not even Milsurp jackets, but if they're still continued or discontinued. Yeah, it says 003M there as well, S for small. Even though in some jackets I'm a medium or a large, so it really depends. Let's take the clothing out. Again, sadly, I reckon this is going to be a discontinued jacket. But I wonder if they have something that's like the similar thing. Let me search Russell Europe polyester jacket. just to see if they do something similar. Men's soft shell jacket. I wonder if this is going to be like a replacement one for it, because they do this in various colours. Again, like I said, my one's like actually just like a khaki sort of brown. Like I said, but that's more of a, like, so it's soft shell. It's got more of a bit of padding to it, hasn't it? This thing doesn't have that. No, that's more like a coat jacket. Again, they seem to have the same zip layouts even on all of them. I'm just going to put brown. But yeah, I reckon, sadly, even though we can easily find out who made this jacket, I reckon they're a discontinued product. What I could do is have a quick look on eBay, and I want to have a look and just see if somebody else does jackets similar to that. This eBay live stuff always looks weird. I don't know what this is, but it always looks to me like some sort of weird, like porn or AI gen stuff. But brown jacket. Let me just search Russell on here, just in case it's like one of those ones that you can find people on eBay listing them. Oh, I see. That's meant to look like Kurt Russell's jacket from. See, that's closer to mine. That one. So I reckon it's just. Yeah, there's a load of these. Oh, is that my one? That looks like my one. Look. Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I was wearing. So I think this is a guy in the United States selling it. So good luck if you're in the UK. Look, but yeah, this guy here. There we go, look, 003M. Yeah, 65% polyester, 35% cotton. But yeah, there you go. That's the exact jacket that I was wearing. So yeah, it sadly seems like this was a good design, and then they, for whatever reason, decided, oh, that's a fucking good design, so let's stop making it. But yeah, it's like, it's because it's a slim fit jacket. I think the reason those look quite good, and again because it's got that. I do like khaki brown sort of safari looking clothing anyway. But anyway, let's go back, shall we, to playing this game. I'm going to pause that as well, the stream there, because that's just wasting bandwidth. Oh yeah, my guy's going to be getting hungry in game as well if I just sit around talking and not doing anything. I haven't seen Big Trouble in Little China in years either. What, people wearing Type 10 can really throw you off. Let me have a look at the old LL Bean jackets just quickly then. So I'll just put Google. So, LL Bean Safari jacket. Just want to see what they look like. So there's obviously different ones coming up that don't cost that. But yeah, also it's these sort of things, yeah. That's very similar, actually, to the one the guy wears. I know Charlton Heston has a jacket like that in the Amiga Man as well. But there's a very similar jacket in Turkey Shoot that the one of the bad guys has. Oh, that Marks and Spencer's one isn't bad, actually. Quite like that Marks and Spencer's jacket. But where was that LL Bean one that was coming up in pictures so I can compare it? Yeah, like that sort of thing. So, yeah, that's quite similar to Turkey Shoot 1982. If we can find Thatcher, the bad guy in it. Again, he's literally called Thatcher because they named him after Margaret Thatcher. Not the guy from Mad Max. That's not Thatcher. Not that guy either. Like the main villain. That guy. Oh no, it's a bit different. It's more grey. The one he has. It's a bit more like Blofeldy actually. The one he has. Yeah, he has an M65, I'm pretty sure, at the start of First Blood. Like I said, I really like the M65. I've got a couple of M65s. But yeah, Turkey Shoot's a fucking great film. And they shot live ammo at the actors, but because it wasn't, what's his name in it? Right, we might get in trouble for this. Let's see, IMFDB. See, that's more like the jacket I was thinking of when he's actively going out hunting people. But, again, I'm not picking up a gun and showing it on a live stream, am I? I'm just looking at, bits from a film. Oh, yeah, the fucking full auto FOW in it as well. Oh, yeah, there's not actually that many. He's got more of, like, the suity sort of jacket on, hasn't he, with it? Like, the more, Arnie's, again, I can't remember without looking. I'm not going to spend the, yeah, I'm not going to spend the entire stream now, Rajib, going on a fashion-looking thing. Yeah, nice night for a walk. Wash day, nothing clean. But yeah, oh, I need to eat food now because my guy's getting hungry because, do I have drink the pirate rum as a second source of food? Yo-ho, oh, and a bottle of rum. Yeah, nice night for a walk. Fucking crabs coming in from the side. Oh, now there's a fucking dodo after me as well. There we go. Alright, let's heal up. But yeah, if anybody's not seen Turkey Shoot, you absolutely love it. It's, like I said, an 80s Ozploitation film, so think Mad Max 2, where they shoot live ammo at the actors because it was cheaper and it looked more real. And yeah, it's just fucking insane. The soundtrack's by Brian May, not the one from Queen, but the one that did the Mad Max soundtrack, and it's a great, like, synth, like 80s synth soundtrack. Olivia Hussey gets her tits out in it. What else do you need to know? Like I said, live ammo, which is the bit I really like. Oh, because we're talking about Aussie films. It's got, like I said, it's got that guy from Mad Max in it, the big, bald guy from Mad Max 1. He's just like one of the really nasty guards in it. Yeah, so it's basically Turkey Shoot's based off of the Most Dangerous Game, you know, where like people are hunted for sport. So it's a bit like the Running Man as well, before the Running Man was a thing, where, you know, like a authoritarian government sends people to camps, and then the rich people in the camps hunt them for sport. Oh, I forgot to set the thing to the other thing. Shit, hang on. I was specifically going to use the other tent to respawn at, and I forgot to do it. Have I got any food in here? No, okay. Right, so let's go to the other camp first, set that as my respawn point. Oh, we got some bananas as well coming up. Okay. Yeah, Turkey Shoot's really good fun. It's, like I said, it's just one of those films they could never make today because of all the safety regulations. But, you know, like I said, shooting live ammo at actors, why not? You know, you just don't aim right at them. You just aim near them and it's fine. One of the stuntmen did get shot in it though. He got shot in the leg. I think in the bit when they spray. They spray I think it's an MG42 they just spray, and one of the stuntmen got hit by a ricochet. Yeah, watch it, Kevin, if you haven't seen it. It's fucking great. It's one of my favourite of those, like, you know, absolutely, you know, absolutely great, you know, like I said, exploitation sort of films that would never be made again. Got any food in this one? I don't. Okay. Yeah, it's easier to find than it was because I think it was Severin Films, whatever they were called, did a Blu-ray release, so it's now on some streaming sites. I know Shudder at one point used to have it on there. Whether or not Amazon has a digital copy, I don't know. I'm going to have a quick look. Right, we're not going to get attacked standing here, are we? Right, no. Let's just have a quick look. So, Amazon... Right. Turkey Shoot. Is it on Amazon? Yeah, there it is. So they have it with the trial of Shudder, but can you just buy the film on its own? Shudder's quite good, but it's just... I've not got Shudder through Amazon. I've got Shudder as its separate account. But yeah, a group of social deviants are sent to a prison camp for re-education after suffering brutal treatment at the hands of the camp master and his chief enforcer. The prisoners accept a deadly deal. They will be human prey in a turkey shoot, which has been organised for visiting VIPs. Blah, 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 blah. Some scumbags only gave it 5.9 out of 10, despite the fact it's, like I said, an amazing sort of thing. But yeah, annoyingly, it doesn't look like on Amazon you can buy it separately, but you probably can on, you know, other websites. They've probably got a, you know, thing, or you could just pirate it. Yar har fiddly dee, we're talking about this game, YouTube, if it has a problem with it. I've seen Southern Comfort where Powers Booth is in, like, the National Guard, and they upset the Cajuns, or Cajuns, whatever they're called, in the swamps, and then they're hunted by the Cajuns. Yep, seen that. I like Powers Booth. He died a few years ago, didn't he, of some sort of cancer? But I liked him in Deadwood as well, where he's an absolute cunt in Deadwood, but he's still likeable. And that's a great fucking name, Powers Booth. Sounds like, you know, like a name you'd have on the thing. What you got to say, thing? A bit like the joke, like Max Power or something like that in The Simpsons. What year did Deliverance come out? Because I can't remember if Southern Comfort's like one of those kind of, we want to make a Deliverance 2 kind of films. When I say Deliverance 2, I don't mean as in a sequel to Deliverance. I mean, we want to cash in on Deliverance kind of thing. Right, let's eat those peppers and get rid of that. Drop those, and then that gives me 2 spaces for the 2 valuable items. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm gonna, hang on, just dump the stuff from here on the ground, otherwise it's gonna constantly whine at me and tell me, oh, you've got a thing and you've not done it. There we go. Oh, I haven't seen any of the director's other films, Rajiv, so that's the point. I might check out his other films then. Oh, is in Warriors as in The Warriors? I've seen that. As in, Warriors come out to play. That one. I've seen that. Alright, yeah, so I've seen The Warriors. I quite like The Warriors, but again, because I ended up seeing it, you know, after it was so overly hyped by people, I didn't like it as much as if I went into it blind. But yeah, so again, I think Southern Comfort's probably one of those films, isn't it, where they said, oh, let's kind of make our own Deliverance. Again, it's not quite Deliverance. Squeal for me, piggy, is it? But, Southern Comfort is still good fun. I think I watched that because somebody recommended it on one of Weapon Collector's streams. Again, I think it was an American that lived in a bayou-y type place, and they're like, yeah, I've seen Southern Comfort. And then we listened to his recommendation and we watched it and went like, oh yeah, I'll like that. Alright. I think Deliverance is more famous now because of the banjo bit and the squeal for me piggy bit. Probably other than anything else that happens in the film. Right, there's quite a lot of the bastards here, isn't there? Oh, these don't stack. Oh, they do stack. Good. Right. How are we going to do this? I'll tell you what we're going to do, because these guys look fucking tough, is I'm going to make a camp literally right over here, just so I can respawn. Yeah, because I want to be able to respawn as close as possible, because I bet you I'm going to fuck this up. I wasn't even trying to do a Cajun accent then. Cajuns are fucking like French things, aren't they? Like, ho ho ho! Oh yeah, we can be hillbillies too and live in the bayou. But yeah, as I said, I don't know, because again, Cajun is one of those things, like, I think most people only know the word because of like Cajun chicken over here. It's not really a sort of thing. Again, like I said, I would have no idea what their accent's like. Right, I don't want those on me at the moment, all those, so I want to pick up the wood. And the plant fiber, that's it, right, cool. So, there's some sort of combat music going on, even though I'm not currently in combat. Right, so let's place that there. Right, I've got enough for a tent. Let's set that as the respawn point. There we go. Do I have what I need to make a cooking pot here? No, I need 3 stones for that. Right, that's alright. Won't bother with the stones right now. We'll yeah, obviously. Oh, there's 7 fucking leather shit in there. I definitely need that, like the. Right, come here then, you son of a bitch. Come to me, you gruesome son of a bitch. No, I got that by complete luck. Nope, that one's trying to sneak behind me. Alright, good thing I put that respawn thing there, wasn't it?
Die!
Those lot dealt with. I might as well heal up, so I just want the what you call it for that. Bandages. What of this stuff's actually valuable? Not that. Not that. The nails I want. I definitely want the 7 rough hide, because that's a very useful ingredient. So let's get rid of the wood for the rough hide. Oh, is it auto putting other stuff in my thing? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if crawfish is good or bad. I don't think I've ever had crawfish. But, yeah, it's... we live in the swamps. I won't want the animal fat, but I do want those nails. So, let's eat this particular food. I'll get rid of the banana, because it's not really valuable. It's just like harvesting minerals. Okay. Right, well, we still got some... Oh, there's still 3 of the fuckers is there in there. Oh, I do have a couple of shots now, though, because I have picked up some musket balls, evidently. There we go. That's him dealt with. Certainly helps being able to shoot some of them to start the fight off.
Fine place to sit, eh? Needs better.
Reliable blunderbuss. So this is the shotgun type thing, the blunderbuss. So I definitely want that. I want the pesetas as well. Right, let's drop the... What's my next least valuable thing? Probably the seeds. So let's get rid of both the seeds and get the blunderbuss. Is there anything else worth looting while I'm here? Oh, more gunpowder.
Careful. Cage.
Right, I finished rescuing the crew, so in theory now I can go back and get my ship, can't I? Yeah, so my main objective's up there now. Right, we're just going to leave this island with what I've got on me at the moment. I can't be asked to mess about with all my inventory, seeing if I did pick up any slightly more valuable resources than the ones I've currently got. And there's a storm coming. So, because this is going to be fairly difficult on these sorts of things, it might be easier for me to, because I've got a fast travel point now, haven't I? Go to the island to the east. And on the island to the east, use my fast travel point that's over there. Yeah, so what ammo does the blunderbuss use? So let's switch to that. I haven't got no bullets of gunpowder. I don't know if it uses the same ammo, it just does a different type of shot, or Right, let's deal with this round, because I'm right here and I don't want him sneaking up on me. Land a hit. Definitely need to keep healing. Silver button, no inventory space. How many bandages do I have left? I might as well choose up all my bandages. There we go. Oh, I've got another little camp here, haven't I? So I can use that to set a checkpoint. Right, so let's use this here to set my revival point. Then anything I can cook on me there? No. I'm just going to check this crate while I'm here if there's anything worth swapping. Right, yeah, so like for example that silver ingot, it's going to be worth a hell of a lot more than some of the other stuff in my inventory. Oh, I've got more hides. Alright, that's good, 14 hides. The boots, I've got better boots at the moment. I'm not going to bother the boar's head. What have I got? Only a couple of I don't really need. That gunpowder, isn't that meant to go in the gunpowder slot, or is it like stacks of 40? Right, stacks of 40, so if I get rid of that gunpowder then, because I don't want just one when I can have silver ingots in the same stack. No, Wilford Brimley and Van Damme had bad Cajun accents. I don't think I have seen that John Woo movie. What's it called? But I'm going to have to look this up. So Diabetes is in it. I'm Wilford Brimley and I have diabetes. Right, so we want to basically go due east, don't we? So this way. So this is where I need to shill Big Kamenga and go, with your Kamenga compass, you know if you're going east or not. But yeah, Kamenga sadly haven't ever paid me for anything. Like I said, like with Avon, I think they should get on the thing of they know I'll shill their products because they're good. Hard Target, I've heard the name, but I've never seen it. Oh look, there's that broken gravestone from the first day that's still apparently my death marker, even though I never found anything there. Alright, I'm not going to even bother trying to get any of this loot that's at sea. Because as good as it probably is, I don't have any inventory space. And this sort of weather would probably make it very easy for me to get knocked out of my little sailboat and then killed. Which is not what I want. Although, saying that, if that one's basically to my 12 o'clock and I don't have to do much adjustment to hit it, I might as well see what it is as I pass it. I might have seen Shitcase Cinema's review of it, to be honest. Because he's done reviews of all the shitty Van Damme movies. I probably can Psychonaut, but the problem is because I've not been on the main island where I had most of my base. I didn't want to keep spending ages making bases on various islands other than just the respawn points. So we're going back to my first island now, so we'll have a look at that. Right, lost. Oh good, it was stuff that just stacked with what I've already got, that's good. Oh, we need to correct north a bit. But yeah, I want to land there basically, and then yeah, so I wonder if the entire map is this, because Tortuga, if it's there, because again, all of the massive amounts I've been doing in yesterday's stream is all this little tiny archipelago type thing here. Oh shit, there's several Blackbeard boats coming. Come on, you bastard. Keep sailing east. Are they correcting course to come after me, or are they just completely turning around? Ah, thankfully I think they're just, yeah, like running a patrol on that little bit. So yeah, when I get back to my camp here, I'll probably have the resources to make the better bag. But yeah, I didn't really yesterday, so, new note to reading curios. And again, I'll hopefully level up fairly soon because I'm quite close to level 3. And then I can, increase my stamina and everything else. Discovery. Next. Close that. Adventure. So yeah, like I said, my main thing is to get back to, I want to go inland here and just sprint east to my other camp and use the checkpoint there, and then we've got a fast travel point there, so right. So let's ignore any enemies we get here because it's a really long way to get back if I get killed by one of these bastards. Getting a bit of stuttering. Oh, frame gen went down to 8 frames then. I assume this is one of those games that if you run out of stamina and you're in the water, you then start taking damage or drown. Have some, speaking of water. Right, so let's first just hit the tent so I respawn here, yeah. Okay, right, so I'm going to put everything into the storage boxes here for now. Deposit similar. Deposit similar.
So many unanswered questions.
Food I'll keep that one now and then one of these. Yeah, so what I also want to do now I'm here is use that machine that breaks down things to scrap at least scrap the rapier, because like I said, that isn't the good rapier with unique stats, that's just a generic rapier. So yeah, that's quite good loot. I'm assuming that you can get more halberds and that from traders, but I don't want to risk it yet. Right, Rich? Right, so now let's get all that stuff out, like the hide and the copper ingots. Do we have any stuff in any of these, or did I do all of them? I think I did all of them, didn't I? I've still got some charcoal and that I can deposit there. But yeah, right, so let's see about upgrading that bag, because I've got all the better things now that we were on about. The oh, I see, because I found these once, I can now make them. Ah, that makes sense. So I guess once you find a thing for the first time, then you get the recipe for it. But I want the bag, don't I, which is probably... Is it this workbench? Yeah, sailor backpack. Right, so let's craft that, take all. And then do I auto-equip that? Yeah, so now I've, yeah, excellent, got way more space. So let me just check at the weapons workbench. Right, cool, everything I've found now I can make. Two-handed sword I left on another island. So, yeah, I might as well, because I can make halberds if I want one, I might as well scrap it for its parts now, just to get some better gear. Because I ideally want to find that rapier again, you know, or like one of the swords that does bleed damage, because that's a hell of a lot better having a sort of thing that gives you, you know, like a permanent sort of should tell you what, I'm just gonna scrap that for the thing, because it's not particularly good, that bandana. I'll keep the little trousers on so he's not running around with his knob out. I doubt he runs around with his knob out anyway, but you know what I mean. Anything good in any of these? Oh, some more of those bars in here. Right, I might as well get my coins in a minute that I had somewhere. All the stuff that's like worth trading, I'm just going to grab at the moment. Which one did I put the stack of pesetas in? Is it one of these? Yeah, there they are. So I might as well open that shell and see what's in it, I think. Oh, I'll scrap that worn out pistol because that's crap compared to some of my other stuff. Right. Worn out pistol. Yeah, don't even get very good loot from it, look, but yeah, at least that's that. Right, okay, so let's go get my ship, shall we, so we get a proper boat. So I should be able to use the fast travel point now. Well, while I'm here, I'm just going to speak to the doctor, because every now and then in the demo he like made potions for you. Do you have anything for me? Yeah, there we go. Right, he's given me one minor healing potion, so that's useful. Right, fast travel. Now we can travel to the other island. And Folk Road says, do you think the UK is going to bring back conscription? Seems like they want to... the UK's actually not really getting involved with the Iran stuff, mostly because Starmer's worried about losing his Muslim vote, and stuff like that. So the funny thing is with, like that, I wouldn't worry too much about, then I just need to travel to there, don't I? I wouldn't worry too much about getting involved with Iran. With Russia, again, they've been so badly mauled by Ukraine and they're still stuck fighting Ukraine. I'm not really worried about Russia. I'm just hoping they're not stupid enough to start a war with China. But lots of Western European countries, yeah, are bringing back conscription to various degrees now. Or like national service equivalent or whatever. But I think the UK government, in all honesty, would be too worried about giving military training to the people, considering how much the government's hated. Because they probably think the moment they've got military training and they get a magazine of live ammo, they'll shoot their commanding officer and then go for Starmer or whatever, in my personal opinion. So I don't really think much is going to come of it. And again, the UK is in such a bad financial state. As much as they keep promising more money to the armed forces, they're never giving them it, so I really don't see how they can even afford to do conscription. But yeah, I do know in some of the like bits of Europe it is more of a thing now, where it's a real thing. Right, we've got a ship. We've got a ship. Right, can I break this stuff up? Alright, have I actually leveled up now as well? Let's have a look. Yeah, good, I've leveled up. Okay, so progression. Right. Endurance is stamina. Then I've got what? How many points have I got? 4. Okay, so let's put 3 points into there. And I'm going to do 1 in vitality for the time being. Right, talents. What can we do with talents? $20 additional stamina. Yeah, definitely picking that. I'm going to do dash and jump, uses less stamina, I think, for now. Right, let's go see how much better I am now at fighting, where I've got, although it's mostly just stamina, isn't it, I did, but, right, come on then, you bastard. Where are they running? Come on then. Might as well heal up again. Let's finish that little crab off, because they're easy as a kill. Right, now I have to deal with him. But yeah, having more stamina is definitely nicer for fighting. Because you can just do that. Right, okay, good. Right, that's that dealt with. Now, let's go out to my boat. Recall ship. So I want... Yeah, I want this little boat to get to the main ship, don't I? So, Ketch is the name of my little ship, is it? So I just have to go near it. I don't want to drown. Can I just climb the rigging? Yeah, there we go. Right, so here's my boat. So I want to take this ideally first back to the first island, don't I, where I've got a load of decent shit. I assume I have a boat storage thing as well somehow, like a hole that I can store stuff in on the boat. Ship management, oh, okay, so yeah. So at the moment we don't have any cannons or anything by the look of it, so it's a bit shite. Right, let's store things like this on the ship. I'm going to put that on there because I want to test the blunderbuss out to start with. Okay, right, now, steer the ship.
Ship's under your hand, Captain.
Getting a bit of stuttering now, so I want to go to that island there, don't I, where my first camp was. Although there's a load of this island I haven't even really looked at. Oh no, the island I want is all the way down there, isn't it? Oh, I see, with the big ship you can fast travel, that's cool, if you built a fast travel point. Right, okay, so my ship's here, right, good. Right, speak to the doctor.
I remain at your service.
You were dead, Captain, a bullet through your heart. Right, so this is basically where I ended the demo. Even if there was a bit more to this after the demo, this is where I basically stopped playing the demo. Right, so what do I want to grab or not grab while I'm here? Oh, let's just have a look at my workbench, see if I can make any cannons or whatever. I probably have to get them from a dock, don't I? Yeah, because these are all like infantry ones. Right, I might as well do some upgrades to this blunderbuss and then just hope I like the blunderbuss. Oh, so you can use special things to ascend stuff, okay. One shot for it now, so I assume it just uses regular ammo, does it? It says I only got one shot, but I've got two pearl ammo there. Anyway, let's go take, let's go and find a... build a shipwright workshop, it says. Right, let's do that while I'm here. So, yeah, there we go, shipwright's workshop. So I need more copper for this and some coarse fabric. Right, coarse fabric's very easy to get. I'm going to have to hope there's copper respawned in the copper mine. If not, I'm going to have to go to another island to get the copper. So let's get the coarse fabric while we're here. For that, I can simply, like I said, that thing never turned up where it says I've got a grave thing there. Just going to dig a bigger pit just to have a look there. I'm pretty certain I'm never going to find where it said that grave marker was. Yeah, it's certainly better having a big stamina bar. Fabric on me. I can always get some more from cutting the bushes up. Right, so I need some more fabric first of all. So that I just get that from plant fibres. We'll grab some of those chilies while I'm in. Peppers, whatever. And then the mine on this island is right in the middle there. There's clay there, so hopefully the copper deposit's still got some copper in it. Don't forget to like the stream, everybody, if you're on and watching, just because, like I said, that always helps out. I'm just gonna, what I might do is just get the chat window up again on my phone, so that way if the chat breaks, I know instantly it's broken if I can see messages on my phone that I can't see on the chat here. Because like I said, we had one stream where I think I was only about 5 minutes in before the chat broke. But yeah, I think it's Rajiv saying hello, which was the last message anyway. Chat filter all messages. But yeah, cool. Let's have a look and see if there's any more ore in here, or if I have to go somewhere else to get ore now. So, oh, well, not ore, it's the, well, I need to get ore from here, don't I, to make the iron bars, to then, once I've got the iron bars, make the, good, there's some copper deposits here. Make the copper bars to then make the shipwright thing, whatever it was. Yeah, I certainly like having more stamina, so I can just smash these rocks apart easier. No, inventory is full, so I'll check away some of the shit I don't want in a minute and replace with copper. Oh, that was just the stone, I think, that was taking up that pile. When I can't pick up the copper, I'll then start replacing other things with stuff to make space for the copper. Yeah, test, yeah, thank you, Rajiv, it is still working. Right, there we go. I can't pick up the copper now, so let's drop those. There we go, and that gives me another pile of copper. So I can put the lantern on, but like I said, that uses fuel, and I don't really need it here, so I might as well not waste the fuel. Again, I can make the fuel from animal fat, but I might as well only use the lantern in places I really need it. That's alright, yeah, no, it's just because now and again with these streams, if you don't get anybody say a new message in a while, I'm never sure if the stream's broken or not, you know, with the sort of chat sort of function on it. It'd be good if there was like some way YouTube could have a thing where you could tell that the stream chat was still going, even if nobody was talking, you know, like just have a kind of test message every randomly now and then. Alright, cool, yeah, like I said, I'm definitely having meat tonight, because like I said, where it's possible I might have a bit of a gluten intolerance or whatever, or that sort of thing. I want to have some meat stuff just to see if it, you know, I have an alright stomach tomorrow. Because if I do, then I can just really simply eat nothing but meat for the next few days. Right, is there any more rocks? Ah, yeah, cool, some waste rocks respawned here. I think that's all just stone there, isn't it? Ah, copper, yeah, I want the copper. And as soon as it says there's copper there, look, and I can't pick it up, so now let's dispose of that. Bit of meat for the copper, there we go. There's that more copper there, yep. Ore, copper, ore. spaces again for copper. Right, let's get rid of that one stack of plant stuff. There's another stack where I could get copper. Right, what do I want and not want? What's the least valuable thing on me now? Probably the seeds, I imagine. So let's dump them and replace for copper again. There we go. Right, that should be enough copper for now. So yeah, copper does slowly respawn in these. It's just at a very slow rate. So obviously if you really needed it, you're better off going exploring other islands for it, I guess. But it is good to know that you don't have to go to another island if, you know, you haven't been to one mine in a while. Right, so I just get some more peppers from these while I'm here, because they go in the same stack as the other lot. Good rough hide, that always comes in handy. Right, cool. So now, let's start making some more iron or whatever it was, or copper. I'm going to try and do these roughly evenly, so there you go, 11 in one. I've still got more copper I can make, so what I want to do is deposit all that ore in there. There we go. Then I need to start making charcoal again, don't I know I can do the plus thing, but I'm going to keep spamming space. Alright, let's go down to 60, so that's loads of charcoal underway. Anything else I want to break at the moment? No, I'm not really going to use. No. Right, so I might as well make some more pants and a hat, even if I end up finding better ones soon, just for the armour value. If I've got cloth and not much to use it on. Craft. Take all. I want to make 2 more of the, or reload more of the, just coarse fabric there. The bandana. Oh, if I left it in the... yeah. At least put that on automatically. Okay. That's cool, yeah. So, again, a fair bit of money, but like I said, S10s are getting harder to get, aren't they? And again, if you like the mask, that's good. But yeah, good you got one anyway. Right, so... oh yeah, I was going to just mangle up my... lower tier stuff, wasn't I? Like that. Everything else I'm actively using. I don't even know what Pear OS is, but is that an alternative to Apple's OS? Brown Streak. But that's kind of cool, old iMac. Again, I've never really used Apple stuff. Just I had an old iPod Classic, which I quite like, but most Apple stuff I found to be really overpriced. But again, if you get on with it, you know, good for you. Right, so... oh, right, Linux for macOS skin, that's pretty cool. Again, like I said, I'm going to have to definitely go for Linux when I get a new PC, because Windows is just so shit now. Right, so I want to make the, what you can call it, don't I, that. Ah, cool, I've got enough for it now. Right, let's put that down here then. Roof required. Oh, great. Okay, I need to make another little housing thing to put that in, because it needs a roof for it. Pre-built structures. wonder if I can get away with doing this. Because that's technically then got a roof on it, hasn't it? Alright, can I pick that up again, or do I have to delete it and then remake it? I think weirdly in this you might have to just delete stuff when you're not... yeah, I think at least you get all your requirements back, don't you? It's not like with those, you lose resources from doing it. Yeah, there we go. Right, so... 12-pounders. Let's get guns first of all, because I want guns. Probably want hull racing, don't I, as well? Right, so with both of these, I just need more bars I'm currently making, so that's easy. Right, so hull bracing, that's done. Now, do I have to just physically take it to the ship somehow? I might as well craft the 12-pounders first, because it's probably going to tell me how to do it once I get the other thing crafted. So I've got enough wood, I just need more iron. Okay, yeah. Like I said, I don't know how easy it is with those to put new sticks of RAM in, or like not Mac type stuff. Obviously on a window, it's just pretty plug and play. It's just sometimes an issue if the RAM clock speed's different between stuff you put in, and then you have to like set all the RAM to your slowest RAM speed for all the RAM to work together, if I remember right. Right, 12-pounders, there we go. Craft, take all. Okay, and now what do I have to do? Build a wharf and equip... Okay, so I now need to make a wharf, right. Where's the wharf? Where do I find the wharf? Ah, there we go. So, wharf. Allows you to manage your fleet, build ships, and I can make one. Right, so I assume the wharf is actually going to be like a proper tile for, yeah. Can I rename it? I don't want it to be called the Kvetch or whatever it is, I want to give it a cooler name. Right, do I just have to drag and drop that there? Yeah, cool, so that makes sense how you put stuff. Right, so I've now got guns on the ship, and I've actually got some reinforced stuff on the ship, right. Oh, I see. So they've got names like Ketch or whatever it is because they're right. So they're like prefab ships. All right, that's fine then. It's not like it's just giving my ship a random name that I didn't want. Right. So main quest Revenge is best served cold. Recommended character level 4. I'm not level 4 yet, so we might as well carry on with this one. Destroy Blackbeard's pirates catch. A pirate ship keeps prowling near my camp. I better get rid of it, or one day I might wake up to a cannonball slamming into my shelter roof. Okie dokie then. Let's just grab that that's ready out of there. Go back to my ship. Right, so I have to get near where the actual ropes are, or can I just press E on it anywhere? Yeah, I can just press E on it anywhere, okay, good. Right.
Captain at the helm!
So I need to figure out how to kill this ship that you said is... it's up there at the moment. Right, let's fast travel up here then. Right, now let's go get the bastards. So I'm after that Blackbeard catch. Right. I got caught on a little bit of land. So I've got a couple of frontal-facing guns, but most of them are sidewise. Okay. Do my crew auto shoot when I go past it, or what? Find out. Oh, do I shoot back at it? Oh, I see. Right click. Yeah, okay. Get a bit stuck, maybe. How do I change which gun I'm using? Okay, what way you're looking before you, Alright, good, we got a hit that time. I don't really want to run into those other ships that are down there. Ramming speed! Ramming speed. It'd be helpful if I had Lionslad, wouldn't it, for ramming them? I think 2 is the one that destroys the sails, isn't it? So let's try those, like the bowler things. Let's keep it on that number 2 ammo. Oh yeah, it's got less range on it. Oh, but yeah, it's probably far from where I was trying to aim. I think my ship's a bit fucked. I might have to retreat. Yeah, right, let's go back to land. Figure out how I repair my ship. Jumping around. Right, let's beach up. I don't know how well that's going to work if I beach the ship, but we're just going to try it. I'm in a bit of a situation at the moment. Just respawn the ship now. Yeah, respawn. I recall it, yeah. So to get the repair done, do I have to go back to where my shipwright is? Oh, yeah, because my ship's just getting smacked now by those other ships that are there. That's not fair. Right. Let's go back to my first camp where I did the thing. Actually have like the stuff set up for my ship. And then let's see how we do repairs and things like that. Manage ship. Yeah, how do I actually physically repair it? Not an SMK though. No, one of my friends used to have an SMK. It was alright. Again, most SMKs are Chinese now, aren't they? I think at one point they used to be maybe Spanish, I don't know. But I only have a Gamo personally and a BSA, sorry, BSA slash Gamo and the Crossman. I've also got some other air rifles that are technically not mine, but where my friend moved and can't really use them anymore, he said I could just have them and do videos of them. And that's where typically the Air Arms one, the first day I tried to do a video of it, stopped working. Right, yeah, I might rename it then from Ketch. Let's have a look. So how do you reckon we, use ship selection, yep. I'll have to recall it here first anyway. Manage ship, right, okay. So, how do we repair it? It's like, oh, okay, I just click the repair thing. Alright, and it costs 20 wood. That's convenient, because I had 20 wood on me. Yeah, thank you, that's showing up now. I don't think it did before. Let's give it an interesting name. So I think we should do the Royal Navy naming thing of giving them cool names, but we need to give it kind of a shit name because it's a very low tier ship. So maybe like the Sluggish. Ah, cool. Yeah, I've never used a B2, unfortunately. There we go. Yeah, I've got, I think it's an Umarex air pistol, don't I have, or is it a Crossman? I can't remember, but it's one where it's like a really stiff break barrel pistol and that. Slow boat. Could be good. Should we ask ChatGPT to come up with some names? So, right, I'll ask ChatGPT and see if it does anything good. So, in the style of the Royal Navy naming system, come up with some awful ship names. I don't actually know Sherlock Holmes, because I don't have one, does it? No, I'm asking it to make a single name one, because it's come up with like fucking sentences. Make just a single word name. Still not very good ones it's coming up with. I'm just going to call it HMS Misfire. That sounds like an alright name. HMS Misfire. Although we're technically not a Navy ship, whatever. HMS Starmer, yeah, let's do that. Well, that's going to be fucking cursed, but yeah. HMS Starmer, there we go. This is going to fucking implode itself and get rammed up the back by other ships. Right, can I, while I'm here, how much does it cost to upgrade the guns and the armour and that? Just because it might be worth actually making all that a hell of a lot better than it currently is. Upgrade. Oh, because I don't have it in my inventory at the moment. Never mind then, let's not bother. Boarding party gear. Let's just build this as well while we're here. Take, and then we can put that on the ship. HMS Rent Boy, the Starmer. Now, I wonder if the ship let me just try, I don't know if this will do anything, but let me get a load of just wood, because I'm just interested in if you have wood on the ship, if your crew can, like, do repairs as and when you're doing stuff. Make some more bandages again. Right, let's get a pile of 40 wood, and then that's easily enough for say the do lots of repairs if it can do it while we're actually on the ship without me having to then right, okay, 49 wood, that will be fine. So let's now transfer that to the ship, just in case it actually lets you repair the ship while you're actually at sea or something. Right, okay, let's try again, shall we, going after one of those Blackbeard ships, and hopefully, at least I know how to shoot the ship, shoot the guns this time.
Ship's under your hand, Captain.
Yeah, let's just manually sail there rather than using
More sail,
the
more speed.
Let's go to the normal cannons first. I assume the ship has unlimited ammo. It's just that you've got the reload time. I'm also interested in, you know, those like bits of salvage you find at sea. If you can actually just grab those with a ship like this without having to get into a small little raft or anything to grab it. Yeah, the only airgun like replica I've got is the Beretta PX4 Storm, and again, like, that doesn't move and disassemble like a real one, unfortunately. Like I said, with airsoft's a different story, but right, the good thing is it's not regained any health since we last fought it, so like I said, I'm just interested in what happens if we go over this, if we can pick it up with a ship or not. Does that pick that barrel up? There we go. Alright, cool, yeah. Oh, and I got a repair kit in there as well. Right, okay, that's cool. So that's probably gone to the ship's inventory. Still a bit far out of my range. Again, I don't want those other ships to start fucking with my, sort of thing, because that would be annoying if they start doing it. Yeah, like I said, I've got a high power, which I can't show on the desk, I traded for the other day, but I need to get a new, whatchamacallit for it. The recoil spring's a bit, sort of, you know, had it, but mostly the, guide rod for the recoil spring, so I ejected it and don't know where it landed. Yeah, well, again, like saying airsoft or whatever is fine for me to have a replica, and then with air guns, you'd want something that's more practical, wouldn't you? went through is rigging. Okay, so your rigging at least isn't a hitbox. That's kind of cool. Like the actual rigging itself is, you know what I mean? It's like not, let's see if we can loop that. There we go, yeah, nice. Switch to the damaging stuff and get closer into it. There we go, nice. Okay. If I'm on his tail, you can't shoot back at him again. He's not got any rear mounted guns. They're all, just go to main cannonballs here. I suppose main cannonballs are better for the hull. Those other ones are better for knocking out the sails. Oh shit. Overshot him. Let's try and get a broadside on this side. Oh, there we go, nice. Yeah. Okay, that did shitloads of damage. Oh shit, got broadside from that side. Alright. This way, can I order them to repair it? Yeah, so find those repairs, yeah. Let's do 6. We're repairing? Right. I'll look at the chat again properly in a second, does that mean we can board them? Begin boarding, get alongside. Fuck it, let's just give them a bit of the double barrel. Let's sink them and then just see if we get any salvage from the sinking. Let me just practice how I use these. So I guess I go for the sails like that when he's doing. Yeah. Okay, but does that? Oh, that doesn't damage the hull of the ship. Okay. Right. Well, we'll just hit once again in a moment. And then we've got this. So they had a repair kit and didn't use it. Oh wow. Yeah, what confuses me with Brens is the fact that there's a fairly new check called the Bren. So that always confuses me, because to me Bren is, you know, Bruno Enfield, or Bruno Enfield, whatever it is, you know, the Czech gun designer of that type. So I want to do one of these now. Find 4 black marks. I want to. Where's a trading place? Because I want to ideally find like a city sort of thing to go to. Tortuga. Okay, I want to go to here then, don't I? The one that's Tortuga. Adventure. I'll scroll on Tortuga. Right, let's track that one so I can track Tortuga. Yeah, again, VZ58's a classic, isn't it? Right, so we're going up here to Tortuga, a fair distance, but let's go have a look.
Ship's under your hand, Captain.
Okay, so that's ship management now. Right. Nice, I'll eat some coconut while I was here, or whatever it was.
Helm's yours, Captain.
Right, so we're slowly going up here towards Tortuga and Blackbeard Crew's first map. Which probably takes a while based on how the speed of my ship. I know it says fast travel is available, but I can only fast travel to places that I've unlocked, so that's a shame, but yeah, like I said, lots of these military surplus sort of places, again, I think a lot of them are also worried about having stock, aren't they, because of the fact the government might decide, like, literally overnight, oh, this thing you had legally prior to this, we've decided that that's not legal anymore, so, you know, all your money's lost, so I can see why companies don't want to keep an inventory of it. Yeah, I mean, DACs are a real thing. Again, I'd much rather, if a gun is going to be destroyed, it ends up as a DAC as opposed to just being, like, crushed and cut into loads of pieces. But yeah, I mean, I would rather own a DAC replica, but I personally, yeah, I would want a working replica. Like I said, I'd rather guns didn't get DAC'd in the first place, you know, or destroyed of any sort. But, you know, should we have a look what this island is when we get over here? Looks like there's a shipwreck over there. Crabs and zombies. Oh shit, did I get a bit too close to the coast now?
Helm's yours, Captain.
Oh, there's gunboats up there. How far away are they? Fairly far away. Can I, I was going to wonder if I could use my cannons to smack those crabs or whatever. Probably can if I get the shot right.
Set for sail. Lead off speed.
With Denix, it really seems to depend on the individual Denix guns, because some Denix replicas are actually quite good. But yeah, they're not all created equal, the Denix ones. Some are like very obviously like sort of staged replicas. Others are a fair bit better. I've spun that around without meaning to. Right, that'll do for now. I'll just depart here. Let's have a look what we got here with this big shipwreck sort of area. Oh, they're level 5 drowned. Okay, that's a bit scarier. Let's just sprint past these guys a minute. Yeah, maybe I don't want to deal with this area right now. Right, let's just carry on to that place I was actually looking at, Tortuga.
Ships under your hand, Captain.
Right, so we're going northeast. That's where we want to sail to. I might take it due east a moment because there's enemy ships directly. Oh, we can salvage these bits of salvage as well. And the nice thing, at least about salvage in the big ship, is that its catchment range is actually pretty good. Oh, that's a level 5 ship. That's, yeah, not... Let's steer closer to those and just make a run for it. Past their naval blockade. Well, maybe, because I tell you what, because I've got quest markers to the south, the game might level scale-wise expect you to go to the south before you go up here. It might be a bit like New Vegas, you know, where you're meant to go a certain way around the map. So let's mark on the adventure thing. Oh, but again, this quest is Tortuga Market is the main bit of this quest actually. So it still wants me to go this way for the side quest bit. Okay. Right, we're just going to take a longer route around. Yeah, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? And again, oh, it was 15 people that made this game. It was a dev studio of 15 people. I looked it up. So not just one or two, but 15. So, yeah, still not a massive, you know, thing. Let's pull a bit further south to try and get away from those gunboats. I'm assuming...
The iron lads!
How do I actually just get off of the...
Ships under your hand!
Oh, it's actually it's 5v6, isn't it? I didn't see the chat windows in the way. Just do a basic repair, then when the basic repair kit's going up. There's a big glowing thing over there. Let's go have a look at that. Right, I'll head off this stream in... We'll see if we can get to, before I go off, because I've been on quite a while. We'll see if we can get to Tortuga. I'm just going to check how long I've been streaming. Yeah, I've been on 2.5 hours, so yeah. We'll head up to Tortuga in the northeast. But again, there's enemy ships, so I want to be careful. That was a big wave. I want to try and grab those as I go past them. Yeah, does it say Storm on the back of the ship? I didn't notice. Hang on. See if I can get a camera angle where I can actually see it.
Helm's yours, Captain. To the guns, you dogs!
I'm just seeing if I could actually get... I know it says HMS Starmer there, but... Oh yeah, Starmer. Yeah. HMS Starmer. We haven't sunk yet, so it's doing a better job than actually Starmer. Oh look, we're heading right for disaster. Right, let's swing directly north. Let's not go that way. Swing north, come on. Yeah, that way. Alright. Don't want to mess with that, like, little things there. So yeah, at least they've made the ship exploration kind of interesting, because there's stuff you can pick up and you want to avoid, or like, fight other ships, you know. So, cause that's kind of the problem I was wondering at this. I was like, oh, the combat, like, not combat, like, so say, the stuff on the islands is at least interesting. But I was kind of like, is the ship combat just going to be really boring or whatever? But no, there's actually at least stuff to do. And I imagine, like, the weather affects the waves and the handling of the ship. Alright. I'm hoping that gunboat isn't quite, coming for us. Again, I don't know what the colours mean as they glow. It might be how good the loot is on them. So it might be the gold ones are like loads of really good stuff, I don't know. Whereas like some of the other like fainter colours might just mean they're lower value things. Let's have a look. There's been a couple of times I've had to rotate the sail as I've been trying to go in a straight direction because the wind's been taking it and the waves. So I think it's still quite an arcadey wind simulation, but you do now and again have to actually alter your course. You can't just beeline to where you want to go. And there's still a lot of enemy ships around here, isn't there? Go a bit further east and then we only need to really go due north to get to Tortuga. Cluster of enemy ships there, so let's start going a bit further north. We'll swing by that crate as we get over there as well. Let's start swinging north. You don't want to go directly north at the moment, because they're almost directly to my north, but yeah, let's head in this trajectory, and then close enough to grab that one there, or not? Ooh, I don't like that this, because I'm going to have to get quite close to it. There we go. Right, now let's, tell you what, we're just going to run past them, because they'd have to turn to chase us, wouldn't they? Right. Oh, we turn fast as shit. Start repairs, and we're just going to choose north as fast as we can go. Oh shit. Might need more repairs there than what I'm currently got going on. Oh shit! Right, they're not quite on my tail now as effectively as they were. Right, friends and undies, I'm not going to be on massively longer because I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours, but I will be trying to get to Tortuga on my ship before I stop the stream. Are they, So yeah, right, we're going to try and keep this gradient. So I think I'm slightly outrunning the haulers behind me now, but those ones to the side are going to cause a problem otherwise. Let's just fire a barrage in his rough direction, see if we land anything as we go past. Yeah, he's turning on me now, isn't he? a bit of damage to his mask, which can affect his speed. Then carry on north. Oh shit. Right, let's just do a minor repair for that one. Good, some more repair kits, which are always useful. Right. Okay, so that's where I'm trying to get to, Tortuga, because that's like the main trading hub kind of place, I think, and all that. So I want to get there, buy some better gear, advance some quests, and then I can always fast travel back to the like start a game area. I think they're breaking off now, aren't they? Or at least two of them look like they are. Yeah, he's breaking off good. And again, all that time sea travelling, we've only kind of done that much of the main map look, so it is pretty big, this game map. We called it the Starmer because it's the shittest starting ship in the game. So it hasn't immediately sunk, so it's doing a better job than the real Starmer. But yeah, we were trying to think of bad names for a ship and somebody suggested Starmer. I think it was Brown Streak, and I was like, yes. The Starmer. And if I can get the camera in the right place, you can actually see it says the Starmer on the back, HMS Starmer. Let me actually put settings. I want to put the FOV a bit higher. Video. Camera FOV. Yeah, let's have it like that, just because that way we should be able to see more of the ship when I'm sailing.
Ship's under your hand, Captain.
Get some more salvage to pick up as we go along. Go for that other one and then swing back round slightly more north. Yeah, there you go, look, HMS Starmer. I think this ship would be too toxic masculinity wise for somebody like Starmer. There we go. Again, the sun looks really nice, doesn't it, on all the waves and everything back there. That's a rising sun now. Yeah, I think this is probably quite inspired by what you call it, isn't it? Black Flag. Most of the people I've seen on reviews of this said this is like the most fun they've had since Black Flag on the pirate game, because it actually seems fun as opposed to you know. But yeah, you do have to turn your sails a bit towards the wind and that, and if you get really big waves, it seems to affect your speed and balance a bit of the ship. So while you can't, like, you know, have a big wave that sinks your ship, you do have to think a bit about just not going, you know, beelining in one direction. Yeah, not green enough. We need Ed Miliband to put some little propellers on it, and then we won't have the battery capacity for all that wind and solar power. So we'll have to just randomly use it up and create more carbon in the meantime to do it. Yeah, so we're not far from Tortuga now. It doesn't give me like a meter distance to get there, and I don't think it's far. Put a beeline now onto that objective. Yeah, we're all the way up there to get some oil in the North Sea. So yeah, be interested to see what Tortuga looks like, because obviously that's meant to be like an actual sort of big trading hub or whatever. Blackbeard gunboat, it's only a level 2 one, and I'm sort of going in this direction anyway. If he gets close enough as we go past, we can give him a bit of a broadside.
Gunners, move!
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stuff I don't like about Trump. He's completely correct on that account. That, it's stupid to have a massive oil and gas reserve and then not use it. And then anyway, we still pay Norway to sell us the gas and oil back. So again, it's one of those stupid things that it's not like we're even not using oil and gas non-stop. We're just buying it in at a premium. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen fan boats, like, you know, a bit like hovercraft, and like the sail fan boats, but I've never really seen. Oh, actually, let's see if we can grab oil here. That's a turning circle. There we go. Yeah, the boats don't swing around easy. The turning circles on these is actually pretty good at making you feel like you have to commit to, you know, turning in a direction.
To the guns, you dogs!
I'm seeing if he's turning on me or not. No, I think he's turning around. How are we getting approaching Tortuga? Not far at all now. Okay, yeah, I've never seen one of those at all. You have to rescue them from the island. So, in like the tutorial place, it was the same bit as the demo. The surviving people of your crew at the beginning of the game when your ship gets sunk, they're held captive on the island, so you have to kill the guards and like go around all the camps rescuing them. Ah, look, we're coming up to the island now. Ah, nice. Is that a dock coming up there as well? Okay, let's slow my sails down a bit. Yeah, there's a dock coming up. Good. Oh, I've lost a bit too much speed now. Alright, cool, Kevin. We're just about to dock at Tortuga. I've made it avoiding pirates the way around. I'm going to find that out later today, Frozen Undies. Like I said, I don't have technically IBS, but I have ulcerative colitis, which is inflammatory bowel disease. So a similar thing, just worse. My mum has IBS. Right, is there just going to be a thing, that option that comes up in a moment to dock properly?
Ship's under your hand, Captain.
Let's put as slow as possible sails forwards. But yeah, today I've only had a couple of things that were like bread sort of related earlier, just because they were easy to grab and they were going out. Oh shit! Oh yeah, they're dock. Oh wow, that'll do. go that way, don't I? Inland. Yeah, like I said, when I was younger, I couldn't put on weight at all, which is when people sometimes now and again on YouTube go, oh, you put on weight, you're getting fat. I'm like, good. Because, like, yeah, for years, I literally was skeletal. You know, where my wrists would look really bony. If you look back at my older YouTube stuff, you can see it a bit in some of the videos. I can, because my metabolism slowed down a bit now, I can put on weight a bit. But, you know, I still, right, good, I can finally fast travel back from here. But, yeah, I was like that, you know, where I was 50 kilos or when I was 18, 19, 20. You know, with, like, the really kind of skeletal face. Again, because I respond well enough now, I can put on weight if I bulk up on purpose and I'm responding well to my medication. But yeah, I've always had that sort of problem. And again, you get people that literally think, oh, that's great. Isn't that great? You can't put on weight. It's like, no, not when you're skeletal. It's not. You know, the best thing is when you can maintain a healthy weight. You don't want to be overweight and you don't want to be underweight either. But yeah. I can completely understand like what your sister's problem is, because like I said, Crohn's and colitis are essentially the same family of things. Crohn's just affects more of your like digestive tract, doesn't it? Like with mine, it's all like lower colon to anus sort of area, whereas people with Crohn's can have it go all the way up into like all the way through the lower intestine, can't they? Can it affect the throat as well? I can't remember, but like I said, colitis is the least bad of the two, but they're still very much like sister diseases, if you want to call them that. You know, like cousin diseases. Oh, I'm hungry now, right? Right, so I'm assuming there's traders here, so provisioning. What does he sell?
Strong plans.
He sells tools. Again, I don't know what shipwright's tools are used for. Okay, so better ship cannons. Right, let's just buy some of these on here.
Every mark weakens him.
Oh, I can sell all of my things I found there. Look, that's good. The things from the dead pirates.
One transformation. I'll create the never simple.
Yeah, she's talking under herself.
So I don't have to bother with men.
Yeah, what you mean, like stoma bag? And there's another name for it, isn't it? Stoma bag, and they've got another name, but yeah, like the bag where you have to have your colon cut and that. Yeah, because again, if you don't respond well to the medicine, that's what they end up having to do, isn't it? But like saying, luckily, yeah, I don't have one. But again, there's times where my colitis has been really shit for a while in there. Yeah, again, it's like what, like saying the problem for me is I get two sides of the colitis. You obviously have the main colitis issues, but you also have the issue, yeah, where sometimes there's foods I can eat, sometimes I can't. Oh, so I see this is a woman that I can't afford to hire anyway. She's very expensive. She better be worth it per hour. But anyway, back to what we were saying is, yeah, regarding like colitis, it also is a bit of an issue where sometimes, yeah, my, you know, diet.
Still working, still building.
So what does sewing tools do? Oh, so higher quality clothing requires sewing tools. Okay.
I fixed worse gears than yours.
I'm on Pentasa, yeah. I'm on Pentasa meslamine sachets and Pentasa suppositories. And they've put me on stronger medicines when it's flared up before, you know, to take for like a 2-week course of steroids and stuff like that. Okay, so that's a guy that I have to hire again that costs way too much money for me to hire. With a bounty agent doing those.
Built for the wilds, not parades.
Isn't there anyone here that just sells, well, buy the master's tool bit. Is there anyone here that just sells, like, guns or anything? Long Ben. Why do they call you Long Ben? I've got a big
Despite butcher poison.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying, frozen undies, because yeah, you're not skinny in a healthy way, are you? You're skinny in a way that you can't put on weight, so your body's eating your own muscle and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly the same. I used to have the exact same thing. Like, luckily I can put a bit of fat on now. But like I said, I've had a few, like I said, for the last week and a half though, I've still had days where I've been running to the toilet like 7 or 8 times a day. Even though I'm not that bad with bleeding at the moment, but again, it's just for whatever reason my stomach's been a bit upset and it's taken a while to reset. Not so much at the moment, Psychonaut. Like I said, I ought to get back into it, but like I said, when my colitis is being a bit funny, like we were saying, I have to be careful with, you know, wasting energy on that sort of exercise rather than just letting my body heal. I've got a kettlebell, I think still down on the floor in here, or maybe I moved it to the other room because I kept stubbing my toe on it. But yeah, I do have a load of weights in that, but a load of them now have been moved to the shed just because we needed to make room in bits of the house. Yeah, cheers. Again, like, colitis, like I said, it's incurable, but yeah, like you're saying, you can have periods where it can be really good for months or like a year where, you know, I kind of forget I have it other than taking the medications. But yeah, like I said, the problem is with stuff like that, like you said, is you can have periods where, because again, that was one of the things before I left my last job, I had a period where my colitis was really playing me up then. And, you know, work weren't, a lot of people at work, not all of them, but a lot of people at work weren't being sympathetic over it, that like, you know, oh, you're ill, I hope, you know, you're recovering. It was more like, oh, you're probably skiving off, you know, using it as an excuse for that. So again, that was the sort of shit that I didn't want to have to put up with, quite literally. Anyway, well, we'll just play a little bit more of the game, then I'll be off. So I'm going to probably just eat some beef type, lean beef, I think, tonight. So that's the fast travel point for this place. What's the little castle mean? Oh, it's just to say it's Tortuga. Oh, so resources that we can gather here, I can't even get the, I think, I might as well get the, Fred if I didn't bother buying that. Yeah. So I've got shipwright's tools. I've got the master's tools. So I might as well buy the other tools. Yeah, eczema, asthma, yeah, it's because your immune system just doesn't work properly. So again, it's because colitis and Crohn's is your body essentially just attacking your own system. So again, it's one of those things like with eczema where, yeah, it's just your body being a dick and going, oh, you know, your immune system that should be for, you know, doing stuff like fighting infections, oh, I'm just going to waste all your energy killing you. So yeah, it's one of those sort of things. So yeah, eczema, asthma, colitis, all those go together very much. Hay fever as well. Because generally when you start having one autoimmune problem, you end up having more autoimmune problems.
Word travels fast at sea.
Right, so...
I fixed worse gears than
that
yours.
guy's just a trader guy, isn't it? Oh, like, recruit guy. We can fast travel back here, so it doesn't matter too much now if I... Oh, hang on.
This doesn't belong in a museum.
Oh, there we go, smithing flux. So, what's that used for? Required for crafting quality metal, weapons and armour. Alright, cool. So we've got one of each of these things now. So now let's fast travel back if it lets me. I'll probably have to walk to the fast travel point when I do fast travel. About 18, 19. As in, like, I had over a year of going to the doctor with blood in my poo. And them being absolutely shit about getting me referred, which really pissed the hospital off when they eventually saw me, because they said if it was colon cancer that would have been a death sentence, and taking that long to, you know, refer me. But yeah, so I'd say about 18, 19, and then, like I said, over a year or two, eventually got to have a colonoscopy done. Then the John Radcliffe Hospital was very good at immediately putting me on quite strong stuff. Because obviously for the last couple of years it had been getting worse and worse and worse. Yeah, I think mine might have done a similar thing, but again, that's the thing that annoys me, is about the sheer amount of things where they go, oh, if you've got blood in your poo or something like that, go see the doctor, it's really serious. And then when I was doing all that, they were just kind of like, oh, do you have anal sex a lot? You might want to like not do as much of that and all stuff like that, you know. Bit of a piss take, really. And then, yeah, like I said, eventually, obviously, did manage to get a thing. And again, they put me in not for a colonoscopy, but the one in your throat, whatever that's called. And they said if I signed a consent form there, they'd do a colonoscopy, because that sounded more like what I needed to have done. So I said, yeah, that's fine, I'm in the hospital anyway. And yeah, then, yeah. Cheers, Sherlock. Gastroscopy or gastroscopy or whatever. Yeah. But anyway, that was the thing that happened with me. That they said, can we have permission to do a colonoscopy while you're here, because we think that's more likely based on your symptoms what actually needs to be looked at. Again, didn't find anything down my throat because it's the lower down end. And then yeah, obviously my stomach had all ulcerated and whatever else, and yeah, they immediately put me on Pentasa and some stronger things. You know, and then within a few weeks it was starting to come under control, and I wasn't losing weight and anything anymore, and didn't look stupidly, you know, but it still took me quite a while to start putting on weight and all that sort of stuff. Right, so I want to fetch my ship back, don't I? Oh, my ship should be here anyway, shouldn't it? Because, oh, maybe not, because maybe I fast travelled around with the ship. Yeah. Again, I think it depends a lot on your doctor, because I've had some very good doctors I've seen about stuff, and then, yeah, others that just want to get rid of you so they can tick off they've seen somebody and done whatever. Right, before I go off, I'm just going to see what I can do with these new tool things I bought. So I haven't done any alchemy shit yet, so I do need to get a load of clay and then the copper pot and whatever. Yeah, how do I make the better things it was saying about with these tools? So what I want to do now is sort of do a bit more with this sort of stuff. But, now that only needs wood, so I can get wood easily if I've not got any in the chest. But send, that's using like the magic gold that I haven't got. Anyway, I might just end the stream here, to be honest, because
Our body adapts eventually.
like I was saying, I've played quite a lot today. See if he's got any maybe any more potions gained, you useless bastard. Yeah, no, like I said, I speak about colitis now and again when people bring it up, just because, again, it's kind of good if anybody's watching and might want to ask questions about that sort of stuff. Because, again, like I said, I'm not embarrassed to have it, because, like I said, it's shit luck you get it. But, you know, I do get quite funny with people now when they go like, oh, it's a bit of an annoying thing, isn't it? You have to go to the toilet a lot and all that. And I'm like, well, fuck you, would you rather have this condition instead, sort of thing. Again, I'm not saying you're like that at all, obviously, but I'm just sort of saying, like, I now and again sort of get into those sort of conversations with people when they... Because one of the things that does really annoy me is I get this now and again with a couple of relatives, right? Where they know I've got colitis, they ask me a thing like, how have you been? I give them an honest answer saying, oh, my colitis hasn't been good, like, the last month, whatever. And then they get all, like, put out, like, oh, I wanted you to just say you were fine and shut up kind of thing. I'm like, no, don't ask me how I'm feeling then. If I, you know, then actually tell you the truth about it. But, you know, like I said, that's the sort of reaction I have with some people as well. Anyway, yeah, I will go off now. I've been on quite a while. I need to get some food. Like I said, I'm going to try lean meat today and see how well my body takes that in at the moment. Oh, some multivitamins. I ought to remember to finish off my multivitamins. Anyway, yeah, have a good day, everyone. I'll hopefully be on tomorrow. I've got a video ready that goes on tomorrow morning, but I have to catch up filming some more videos soon, because where I've been quite busy with stuff, I've not really had a chance to just sit down and film some videos. So, or stand up and film videos, whatever, you know what I mean. So I'm hoping to get some videos done tomorrow. I should stream as well tomorrow, but yeah, tomorrow I do want to, because I've got a few hours when nobody else is around, just get a load of videos whacked out. You know, when nobody's going to interrupt or say, oh, don't use that room because I'm doing something in that room. Yeah, take care, everyone, exactly. Yeah, see you all, have a good day and everything. Good evening, whatever time zone you're in.